like the idea of going to the criminologist to find out about her. What do you think?
Well, it's your choice, investigator lead. I mean, it sounds fine. Just sounds good.
Give me a number.
Dr. Corbett,
So
D45.
D45.
do we make a note of what she was saying? I've got
Would you like me
Edward
to repeat
and
that?
the Bell. Yeah, if you.
I wrote Edward Bell as though that was one name, but I might have misheard that.
I feel like you.
I think you may have.
Okay.
So to.
But I noted that the trees were moving, and she said, Edward, she was looking for him, and then she said, Edward, it hurts, stop it, stop it.
Yeah.
So using your eidetic memory
Which of course we
and
have, yes.
your mind palaces, you recall exactly what she said.
Amazing. My cyber ears at full work.
Only at Bayfriars, but no, not there. The trees. Why are they walking? Edward? Where is my Edward? Why is... The trees have eyes. Edward, we were supposed to meet at the Bell. Why are we here? Edward, it hurts, Edward. Stop it. Stop it.
So,
Meet
but
at the Bell? I mean, to jump to conclusions, that sounds like,
Well,
illicit meeting at the church bell tower or something if it's an abandoned church.
yeah,
if it's relevant, Bell is capitalised.
The Bell, in which case...
Not
that
the
sounds like
Bell, just Bell.
The Bell.
No, just Bell.
Yeah, no, the Bell, yes, I got it. In which case that sounds like some kind of... If there's a business called... Oh, Bell Cafe, M42, right. Which would be...
You run out of tokens. I'll get you some more tokens.
That's okay, you can move this one. That's
Use a memory card.
Okay, so they were meant to meet at M42, which is...
Across the road there,
yeah. So they're meant to meet there.
Round the corner from the bakery.
Yes.
Oh, we should totally go there.
We can kill two birds with one stone.
No, because we'd spend the whole afternoon eating pies.
I'm okay with that. What is this place?
Greg's.
Foo.
Food. What is food?
Excuse me. I don't know. You'll have to reverse engineer that one, I'm afraid.
Good grief.
F00.
Well, wasn't there a big thing that had like the Yeah, never mind.
Well, in the meantime, are we going to go see this criminologist? Or do we fancy going to the Bell? I suppose it wouldn't really matter now if they were supposed to. She said, only at Blackfriars. No, not there. We were supposed to meet at the Bell. Why do the trees have eyes?
You're paraphrasing, but yeah.
So, but what I mean is, it sounds like she said not at Blackfriars, but then we were supposed to meet at the Bell, but they didn't meet there either. So what it sounds like she's saying is that they didn't go to either of them.
Again, I can read that, what she said again. But,
I think we need more information. What they need is a version of that book with everything in ordered numerically, rather than just like that.
I suppose they don't really expect you to be trying to reverse engineer the location.
God damn it, we're trying to be over
so
clever.
many.
By
Well,
picking
so
a
F
random...
is French Hill. So I guess it's just French Hill.
it could be the hell, yeah.
It's probably just a hill.
Okay, well,
Since it's a
so we got the
DOF.
hill.
Hooray! Oh no, this is all French Hill.
Yeah, the whole area.
Right, so where are we going? Criminologist?
I think that's more...
Right, you're going to criminologist.
Yes, we're going to...
It's been determined. Off we go, criminologist, here we go. Dr. Corbett.
Yeah. You rap on the door to Herbert Corbett's lab, and after a moment you're greeted by his helper. He recognises you and shows you through to Corbett's workroom. The workroom is a chemistry lab with several Bunsen burners blazing away.
Bunsen burners?
Herbert is huddled over a bench. On his head he wears a magnifying apparatus which he lifts to greet you. Welcome to my criminology laboratory. He shakes your hand. Sensing that this man is kept very busy, you don't waste any time with pleasantries and ask about the attack on the woman in Upton Park. Ah yes, a strange one. I believe that I can shed some light on her lodgings if nothing else. Corbett reveals a brown cardboard box. Garrison left these for me to examine. The blouse, as you can see, is saturated with blood from a wound made in her chest. I was interested to note that the blouse was not damaged before she was administered first aid. This suggests that the blouse was put on the woman after the injury occurred. More revealing is the lady's purse, which contains an address. Here. He rummages in the box. This is a bill from Rennie's boarding house, and a receipt confirming that she'd paid for the next month's rent in advance. There is a receipt as well from the bookstore. So the receipt is from Meredith Used Books. $3 received with thanks for Coleridge's collected poems.
Meredith Used Books.
Yep. To be inscribed on the inside cover with, "To Edward, with all my love, M. Kiss, kiss, kiss."
Coleridge poems?
Coleridge's collected poems.
What did you say? To Edward, all my love?
To Edward, with all my love, M.
Oh, just write your name. He's
Yeah,
going
I
to
know.
know who you are. Maybe he's got like
X.
a Mary, a Meredith, and Millicent, and he's going, "Oh, who got me the book?"
Her name is, yeah, could be Mom, or it could be, Meredith, and that's problematic.
Mike.
Could be Mike.
Wait, did she write MXXX?
M. XXX. Kiss,
So
kiss.
her name is
Mix. It's Mix's Fiddler.
She must be one of the. She must be one of the old ones with a name like that.
Okay.
We're onto something. Is there more? Was that it?
That was it. So receipt from the bookstore, Rennie's boarding house paid for next month, and whatever else was.
And the blouse had been put on after she'd been wounded, or the wound didn't damage the blouse somehow. Because the blouse was only damaged by it being taken off for first aid.
So I've made two notes here as well that we learned from the boarding house thing. One is that she was from out of town, and one is that she intended to stay longer.
Yeah.
Should we go and talk to Meredith, who met this person?
That seems a fairly sensible one. You know, it's somewhere we know she's been. Although,
Well, the other thing is to go talk to the boarding house.
boarding house or...
But the- So the thing is, she bought Edward this book and she asked for this inscription. Or we've got the receipt for it. We don't know if she picked up the book. We don't know what she did with the book. It's not here.
Not among the possessions, as far as the story tells.
Yeah. But I don't know if we just go and talk to this Meredith, if she's just going to be like, yep, it was a young woman. You know?
it's not really gonna...
I feel like I want to try and, it was a young woman. She seemed fine. She bought a book. What do you want? She seemed troubled. I don't know, but, then it's probably safe to... Well, it seems like from her ravings that she was surprised by what happened.
Yes.
I think it's fairly safe to assume that Edward was involved with something Cthulhu-esque.
Seems
I feel like you're metagaming things now.
Well, now, wait a minute. We know from Armitage that the
Oh, yeah,
supernatural's
of course,
involved.
Definitely something to do with Mythos.
Definitely something to do with Mythos, yeah. And Cthulhu and...
tails. Did the woman have a tail?
Did she have tendrils of any kind?
How
I can
squamous
neither
would you
confirm
say
nor
she was?
deny.
So we know that... okay. I feel like we didn't actually learn a whole lot. Reasonably.
I mean, we've got a lead on a bit of her name and more sniff down them clues.
Well, that would be one useful thing is we could go to the boarding house because she would have had to book the
so
place in
her
her
name's
name
going to be on record
at the boarding house. But once we know her name, is that useful to us? What can we do there? I'm just trying to think about where the next most useful location to go would be.
We're more interested in finding this Edward if we're tracing this route. Or the other thing
Although what we could do is see if her name and Edward's name appear at the boarding house.
Yeah.
Or we could just spend our whole time chasing Edward P. Dingleberry, who's got nothing to do with it, but his name was in the book.
I mean, alternatively, we could, if this feels too dry, can always look into the mucus side of things.
Well,
this looks too dry.
Just moisten it a bit.
We need to viscous it up a bit.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go and talk to Pasquale Fenton. At least then, because we know he might have useful stuff about the mucus. He can give us a lead on the supernatural thing.
Yeah.
And these leads aren't going anywhere.
Yeah, these are. We're going to get a bigger kick from.
Yeah, I feel like Pasquale will have more information for us. That will help us sort of guide us somewhere else. What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Great, good. We're heading off to L4.